Hey everybody, it's your girl Kia from I Can't Make This Ish Up. And I know that it is the new year, so I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody, and I'm sending you good blessings and good tidings to you all. So, like I said in my last podcast, I want to do something daily because I want to keep me in your ear. I want to give you guys a reason to keep tuning in and everything like that. So right now, what I'm going to start is 31 days of self-love. So that's what this podcast series is going to be based on. 31 days of self-love. Me just kind of talking to you guys and us getting back to the basics, which is us. So everything doesn't always have to include everybody else. Sometimes it's really important to just focus on yourself, sit down, meditate, pray, fast, and just focus on the important things, which are your mental, emotional, and your overall health, right? So my first day of self-love is a question. And the question is, what is the hardest part of loving yourself? So what is your biggest struggle with loving yourself? All right. So I'm going to tell you my biggest struggle with loving myself. And my biggest struggle with loving myself is that I'm really, really hard on myself. I feel that it is so important to attain a certain level of perfection that's probably not possible, but in my mind, I have made it possible. I also find it very difficult to be satisfied with my successes. So I know for somebody my age, coming from the background that I come from, dealing with the family dynamic that I have currently, a lot of the successes that I have experienced are not typical, right? Because it's very easy for people to fall victim to their circumstances, their past, and things like that. And I have been blessed to have the strength that God has given me to continue to push through all of the things that I've experienced. But I find it very, very hard to be satisfied with those things. And I tie that to my struggle with loving myself because I do love myself overall, but I beat myself up a lot to where sometimes the loving myself can get lost in translation. Kind of like, you love, I don't know, your sibling, but every time you see him, you punch him in the arm. Like, yeah, I love you, but boop. And the sibling's looking at you like, well, if you love me, why you keep hitting me? That's kind of like me. Like, if I love me, why do I keep hitting myself? It's kind of weird. I know, but you get my drift, right? So my goal is to be sad. I'm sorry, guys. I am sick. So my coughs are like a little out of control. So yeah. So I guess my goal is to finally tell myself congratulations. To tell myself that it's okay to be happy with making it from point A to point B, and that I don't have to make it from point A to point Z in 30 seconds. And that's perfectly fine. That, taking it one step at a time is important because it focuses on purpose, on dedication, on efficiency, and most of all, it allows you to appreciate where you are in the moment. And I really have not had the opportunity or given myself the opportunity to be appreciative of where I am in the moment. So I just want all my listeners and those of you tuning in to take a moment to find out what is your biggest struggle with loving yourself and talk to yourself and tell yourself that I appreciate you and I thank you. And, we don't do it enough because we look for outside affirmations when in reality, we should be affirming ourselves. Like, I need to tell myself that I'm beautiful and that I'm kind and thoughtful and I have a big heart and I'm smart and dedicated and motivated and all that good stuff. But then some people will look at that as you being self-centered. And I say, no longer is you telling yourself that you're worthy and that you're important, that the things that you do are great, considered self-centered anymore. It's called self-love, and that's important. So as you're driving, riding, walking, running, or whatever you're doing as you listen, just sit back, reflect on what you can tell yourself to show yourself that you appreciate yourself. And whatever your biggest struggle is that holds you back from loving yourself, love that thing. Love it with all of you. Love it with your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your entire being. Love it with every fragment of who you are, because at the end of the day, you have one of the greatest and the most everlasting loves that surround you, and that is the love of God. And as long as you have that love, any other love that comes in combination with that is a powerful thing. And your love for yourself should always be in combination with the Lord's love. That way your love is so powerful that regardless of anybody else that comes into your life or doesn't come into your life, you will always feel loved. You won't feel alone. You won't feel isolated. You won't feel let down. You won't feel that you're not good enough, because you love you. You know the Lord loves you, and putting your loves together, you'll never be lost. But if you rely on the love and the admiration and the adoration of others, when their love goes, then you don't know how to love yourself. And the Lord's love will envelop you always. But it's very easy for us to be manipulated by the enemy, where we won't really see the Lord's love. So it's important to love yourself. So I just pray that you all have a blessed new year. I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all of the support. And I just want to remind you that if you're listening to this on any platform, whether it's Google, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform you're listening to this on, I appreciate you. I adore you. And I am sending you positive vibes, blessings, love, and light. So thank you again. Have a great day, and body of spirit. All right, everybody, stay blessed. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate the support. Remember to go ahead and click subscribe, share, and just spread the word. Love and light.